What is up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 122 of the Just Too Sweet Show, boss. By the way, I put the last one by 120 back to back, so we have to fix that one in post production, please. Thank you. Last one was 121. This is 122. I am Big Daddy Cool, Mr. Tim Tabala. With me, as always, is my tag team partner, A to the Z, Mr. Zant. What's going on, brother?
Hanging and banging, living and loving. Well, living.
Hanging in, we'll see. We'll see what happens. It was a very interesting weekend that we've had.
Oh boy, this is yeah.
A lot of controversy coming out this weekend, which we will all get to, and I hope we get a good crowd tonight to give us your opinions on what you thought of WrestleMania, and we'll talk about the sale, and we'll talk about a bunch of other shit. We'll talk about Vince's eyebrows because they're so goddamn distracting and sickening to look at. We'll get to that also. But first, we have some unfortunate news. Good old friend Bushwhacker Butch. What was his real name, Eric? I knew his real name, right?
Robert Miller.
There you go. He passed away this weekend, or today, tomorrow, yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yesterday, I think it was.
Yep.
Yeah, one of the Bushwhackers. Again, another team that I put in context with the Legion of Doom as far as WWF version campy and garbage. Outside before they came, outstanding team when they were the Sheep Herders, and they pretty much were one of the first hardcore tag teams that you can imagine. I would YouTube that if you ever get a chance. Eric, you also had some experience with Butch.
I do.
And you also know about them before they came to WWF. So give us a little bit of your opinion on Butch.
I remember the first time I saw them, they were obviously the Sheep Herders. I don't know if it was down in World Class or if it was in Crockett, but I know I saw them as the Sheep Herders, and they had these bloody gore. I mean, I was like scared because these guys were nuts. They were one of the first ones to put barbed wire around the world. I mean, not the first ones, but one of the first ones. Sorry, Jack, I kicked her in the head. They put barbed wire around the ropes. They were breaking chairs. They were like, I mean, it was just ridiculously gory. And like these guys had a rep of being tough. And then they came to the WWF, where there's sunshine, rainbows, and Bert and Don Owens are everywhere. And they were the Sheep Herders or the Bushwhackers, and they were fun loving. And kids would pet their head and they would lick old ladies, and like it was like a total 180. But it was fun and it worked, and it was at a time in the WWF where that was the thing that was going. So, and I'm sure that it gave them a little bit of a break from having to get cut up and hepatitis every night. So, not much different from me, boss. No, not much different. Minus, a couple other things. But anyway, I appreciate your gray beard and your bald head. So, but yeah, then when I was up and coming in the business, when I became a wrestler, the Bushwhackers were actually on a lot of the cards I was on. They're good friends with Alpha. Whenever they were in the area, they would always lend their hand during our card. And I never got to work with them, wrestle them, but I was always backstage with them talking. And they took a very good liking to me. They gave me a lot of good advice. They watched my matches. Like I remember specifically down in Yonkers, we had a show down in Yonkers, and they were at. And Butch, I remember. And listen, just so people know, if you ever saw the Bushwhackers or anybody talking, they always talk. They were always, hey. that's how they were in real life. They were no different in real life than they were on. They talk just like that. And he's like, I'm gonna be watching you, mate. So you better put on a good match. And I was like, okay. So I would think, whatever. He's not gonna watch and pay attention. And sure enough, as I was making my way to the back, there he was. He was like, good show, mate. You should have, let me give you some advice. Or like he'd break down stuff for me and tell me what he could do. Thank you, boss. Yes, thank you. Mine's almost white. But yeah, no, he was great. He would tell me, give me advice on things to do in the ring, psychology, spots, going a little too I'm a little too apprehensive here, or I should have done something there. And it was absolutely great. And I was on probably 3 or 4 different cards with them. And Luke's great too. Luke's crazy. That guy's just a maniac. And but they were outstanding guys, really stand up guys, wonderful people. And like I said, I learned a lot from Butch. Believe it or not, I learned a lot from him, and I appreciate him, taking the time out for me.
Yeah, that's awesome. And Luke's tweet was really sad. He had Rip, my brother. 50 years they were fucking wrestling together. 50 years.
50 years.
That's ridiculous. 50 years. I'm sorry, I keep getting distracted because the Jonas brothers are at the Yankee game and they keep showing them, and I'm all distracted by the Jonas-ness of the game going on now. But I'll keep focused now. So this past weekend, of course, was WrestleMania, the big WrestleMania 39. I know our chat was fucking insane, blowing up, people screaming. Well, not really screaming and yelling, but they definitely had different opinions about what happened this weekend.
Yeah.
Before we get to the whole main event and the ending and who likes what and who doesn't like what, Eric, overall, we're gonna do night 1, night 2. No, let's just do the whole thing. Well,
yeah,
all right.
do
So overall, you give me a grade: A, B, C, D, F, whatever. Give me an overall grade of what you think WrestleMania was this year.
D.
Get out of here, really?
C minus. C minus. I'll give it a C minus.
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
So you
I'll give
weren't
it a C
thrilled.
minus.
You weren't
I
thrilled.
was not thrilled at all. I thought previous years, like I'm saying, in the past 5 have been far better than this one.
Well, okay. Yep. We got Jason checking in. Jason, what's up, man? He said it was a pretty good show this year. Jason, I'm with you right now, but I'm giving it about a B. I would say B plus, maybe. I don't know. But I'd write around a B.
That's fair.
I'm right around a B. I'm not really, yeah, man. What's up? Thank you for joining us, Jason. Appreciate it. We see your chat, your comments all the time. I'm glad you're here watching.
We appreciate your content. Appreciate you chiming in.
Yeah. So, and now one thing too with night 1 and night 2, I was convinced night 1 was going to blow night 2 away, and I think I was wrong.
Yeah.
I think I kind of enjoyed night 2 a little better.
I did. I did too.
I was a little shocked by that. But let's run through all the matches real quick. So night 1 started out with Austin Theory and John Cena. We didn't get the chance to get your picks, Eric, because you couldn't come on the preview show.
No, I didn't make it.
I picked Cena. I thought Cena was going to do a win and lose the following night type thing, just to put someone else over.
Yeah, no, it didn't happen.
They gave it to Theory clean, which was like.
And that's Cena doing business the right way. That's Cena.
Exactly. That was one of those things where it's exactly what I said. He's doing the right thing. Not like some of these fucking guys who go out there and they don't want to do what you're supposed to do. Overall, the match was I mean, it wasn't.
It wasn't a bad match. Let me tell you, I liked the pace of the match. I liked the fact that there were arm bars and there was chain wrestling. I liked this. I liked that they were pacing and taking their time. It wasn't high spot after high spot after high spot. Yeah, Cena's got a bald spot too, man. That's, well, as you know, Steve, as age progresses, it happens. So, but no, I thought that match was decent. It was a lot better than I expected it was going to be. So I'm pleasantly surprised at that match. And I was very, very happy with the outcome. I'm glad that Cena put him over because that, like you said, that's what you do. And this was one of those instances where you should do that. And I'm so glad. And that just shows you the kind of guy Cena is. On the biggest night of the year for wrestling, he came in, he put him over, and that's a class. That just shows you the character of John Cena right there.
And the fact that he put him over with the Wish kids, I was like, there's no way he's losing with these kids here. No way. And he did. I was like, holy crap, he lost with all the Make a Wish kids there. I was actually shocked. But you know what? That's what you're supposed to do when you get older and you're on your way out of the business. Good for you, Cena. I applaud you. And I want that shirt. I went on to buy the G.I. Joe shirt, and they freaking sold out already.
I figured they wouldn't be around. As soon as I saw that graphic up, I'm like, yep, that shirt's out.
I did. I saw the G.I. and then on the back, I was trying to explain it to my son who doesn't know anything about G.I. Joe. And on the back, they had the card. Like you used to get the card. They
had the little,
tell you the name and what their specialties are. I was like, yo, I got to have that shirt. Sold out already. Couldn't believe it. Gil's checking in. Gil said, can you bring up the theory? The match wasn't bad, but great. Yeah, it's exactly. It was very balanced. And yeah, boss, I know he hit him with a nut shot. You know what I mean by clean, though. It was a pin. It was a 3-pin. It wasn't
no interference. No interference. Yeah. No bullshit. It was.
Well, the time when my dad also started going to the ball. Look. I got a trail going down the middle now. But I have a little spot back there. But let's not talk about that because that's depressing after a while. Well, I'm just starting. You guys are already experiencing.
We're old hat at this.
You're old hat. I'm just starting to get depressed about it. So we'll see. Even though I shaved my head for years, and then all of a sudden I grow my hair back, and it's like now I don't want to go bald. But whatever.
Welcome to the suck.
Yep, exactly. After that we had the men's Fatal 4-Way Showcase. Again, I picked way wrong. I did not think the Street Profits were going to win. I thought they were going to break up. I also thought the other team was going to Chad Gable and Otis were going to break up because he's going to be a model now. Otis, I supposedly so, but that maybe will happen. So they also said Chad Gable's going to get a singles push, which is cool. I think as far as Eric, you got to love Gable's a wrestler. He's a Kurt Angle. He's a real wrestler. So if he gets a push and he can pull out that gimmick, that's pretty awesome. Sam, what's up? Welcome to the show, Sam.
So
the Street Profits ended up winning this one. It was an okay match. Wasn't really.
As far as like nowadays, it was a good match.
Yeah.
Yeah. As far as nowadays, it was actually one of the better matches. I thought, like not better, but it was up there. And I'm glad the Street Profits won because I wanted them to win. I'm a Street Profits fan.
Oh, I'm a fan. I just had a feeling because again, I had this feeling that they were breaking up soon. I thought the other team was breaking. I'm like, well, so I'm going to go with Strowman and Ricochet. I figured they're a new team and they'll get a win. But okay, I was wrong. No problem. Yeah. So Sam, what's up? Welcome to the show, my friend. Uncle Jeremiah's checking. I had it in my car for externally said I didn't know that the $4 shirt was shipping. Yeah, man. I want that G.I. Joe shirt. I was like, holy shit, G.I. And I never bought a Cena shirt in my life. But I was like, I'm getting my first Cena shirt. So whatever. All right. So moving on. The next one, we had Seth freaking Rollins defeating Logan Paul with KSI. Jack had to tell me who that was. The guy dressed up as the freaking drink.
KSI.
Yeah,
the dude there.
He was the drink. Yeah, he was the guy that got splashed. By Logan Paul. Now Logan Paul, right? We've been giving him props.
Mm-hmm.
He put the work in. He's not a fly by night guy. A couple arm bars, a couple this and that. He puts the work in.
Mm-hmm.
But he's also becoming the high spot guy.
Yeah, that was worrying me, and when I saw this match, I was like, "Oh, here we go." It's
Jason, you are correct. I thought it was R-Truth too when I first saw him. I'm like, why is R-Truth helping this guy?
I didn't even think of that
until Jack said that's this guy. I was like, all right, you should say because I don't know who all these youngins are.
Yeah,
but yeah. But like we said, he's becoming the high spot guy, which I don't want him to become because I think he can legitimately be good. Now everything is I got to jump off onto the table. I got to jump off onto the roof. I got to jump off this. I got to do a backflip onto that.
Yeah, no, that's gonna limit. He's gonna have a very short career if he keeps it. Well, he already had a knee injury, right? And this is just going to keep happening, and he needs to get down there with somebody like I mean, you know, he's Shawn Michaels-ish in his movements, which I like. But he's okay. Sam wants to know where his autographed Pop Culture Pro shirt is, which is half my fault. I haven't gotten it made and I haven't gotten it autographed because he wants yours, mine, boss. He wants us all to sign it and give him because he won a shirt at one of the contests we had and I never got it to him. So
Okay.
I got to get a PCP shirt made up.
Sam, you want to just a sweet shirt, Sam? You let me know. I'll hook you. We can hook you up. We'll try to hook you up anyway. Actually, you send me a shirt and we'll make it for you. That's how we do it.
Yeah,
but we don't make a lot of money to make shirts.
No, not much at all.
You want to send me a shirt? I'll gladly put the logo on for you. I'll send it back to you, no problem. That we can do.
But back to Logan Paul. He's got the potential. He's a natural. Like he's fluid in the ring. His ring presence is very, very good. But he needs to work with a guy like Regal. You know, he needs to. I think if he put in a solid 3-4 months with Regal, he would be a fantastic worker. So that's how I feel about that. But overall, the match, like you said, the high spots were getting like after too many high spots, dude. I'm out of it. Like I become disengaged with the match, and I don't even care about it anymore. So I kind of fell out of that after a while.
And it was 15 minutes, that match, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
16, 15 it was.
Yeah, I ended up. I got a couple drinks and whatever. Like I was just. I'm sorry. It just the high spots.
No, I did hear something, Jason. That might be it, but I think they'll bring him back. I think they'll bring him back. No problem.
Yeah, he's. Come on.
He said he is that good. I mean, well, now we're gonna have Bad Bunny for Backlash.
That's in Puerto Rico, right?
Yeah, and you know he's going to be fighting at that one. So in Bad Bunny too, I'm going to give that guy credit also. He did the work. He didn't just show up and, try to snooky his way into a wrestling match. He fucking did the work. So, you know what? Good for him too.
I still can't get behind anybody whose name is Bad Bunny. And
I have a hard time with it too, but hey, what are you going to do?
I'm not doing it.
He was awesome in Bullet Train, which was one of my favorite movies last year. Actually, probably my favorite movie last year.
Didn't see Bullet Train.
Dude, get on that wagon, man. Netflix is on there. You got to watch that movie. It's fucking phenomenal.
No.
Next up, we had the women's 6-man tag, and I'm not gonna lie, I fell asleep during this match. Not during. I fell asleep just before, and I woke up right at the beginning of the following match. And Jack's like, you fell asleep. I was like, did I? I didn't even know I fell asleep. I was like, what did I miss? He goes, you missed the whole women's match. Okay, sorry. I did go back and watch it though, just so I can, for the show. I went back and watched it.
I didn't even watch it, dude.
Yes, we had Trish, Lita, and Becky versus Damage Control, Bayley, Dakota Kai, Io Sky. 15 minutes of this shit.
Yeah, I had no interest in that at all.
No, because I know everybody loves Trish. I love Trish. Everybody loves Lita. I love Lita.
Lita, I never was on board with Lita, but
But they got
Trish Stratus. Come on, a Greek fucking Canadian.
But he's been. Again, this is going to sound sexist, and I apologize. I don't mean it that way, but it's just true.
No.
Men in their 40s and their 50s can do this job, wrestle 40s and their 50s. Women cannot.
Yeah.
They can't. They just can't do it. I mean, sure, you can take bumps like fucking May and Moolah going through tables with the Dudley Boys, sure. But you can't put on a fucking 15-minute match and make it look that good.
No, not unless you've been continually doing it, and they haven't. And Trish is just a set of tits now. That's a set of 45-year-old tits. And I'm sorry, but that's what she is.
Yeah, Jay, I was just going to say, Lita is very slow from what we're used to seeing her. And she was very tired. Yeah, she was.
Yeah,
she was very tired.
Yeah.
She had no stamina towards the end, so it was just like.
I watched highlights. I'm glad I didn't see it.
Hi, Jana. Hi. When it's over, you see Jack, okay? Okay. Thank you.
Oh, Jack the cat. Yep.
She's already looking for Jack the cat. She's peeking out. She's peeking out over there. Yeah. So this match, whatever. Yeah. Next up, we had one of the ones I was interested in. Again, this is one of the more interesting stories going on. We had Ray versus Dominic. It was a good match. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching him get his ass whooped. Was it phenomenal by any chance? No.
No.
Uh,
I was very uninvested in this match as well. I skimmed it. Did I don't have an opinion one way or the other with it.
I mean, I
And I
enjoyed
know
it.
it's
Like I
his
said,
son. I know it's his son, and I know he wants him. Obviously, kayfabe. Ray wants his son to be something and is trying to help him, and I can appreciate that. But like, I shouldn't have to know that as a fan. I should just be watching the match. And as far as like a fan's perspective watching the match, I wasn't impressed with it.
Stephanie, welcome. We haven't seen you in a long time.
Steven,
What was it? Oh,
that's
I'm sorry.
Steven.
I thought it was Stephanie for a
That's
minute.
her brother. What's
See,
up?
my eyes are going. I gotta get my glasses
Yeah,
on. Steven, what's up? I'm sorry, Brian. I apologize. Um, we'll get to that mess too.
yeah. We'll
With
get to
our
night
negative.
two. Yeah, night two was a hoof.
But one thing I wanted to ask you because I was shocked.
Mm-hmm.
I picked Dominic to win this match. I thought Ray would put him over
Mm-hmm.
because it's his son to get a big WrestleMania victory. No, I was kind of shocked at this one. Do you think he should have put the kid over, or do you think this is more of paying your dues? Daddy's gonna whip your ass, that kind of thing.
No, I think it went. I think the ending was about the only good thing about it. I think that was the right decision to make because Dominic is nowhere near the caliber of wrestler ready to be, let alone his dad. Take out that Ray's his dad. A caliber of wrestler that's Rey Mysterio at a WrestleMania. He's not ready for that now. No.
Okay, I agree with that. I'll go. I was just kind of going the kayfabe route with the. I thought maybe that Daddy would put son over, but no,
Right.
you're right. But you're right though. If they weren't father and son, you're right. Ray, he never should have won that match in a million years.
No, no, and I think the right thing was done, and I'm happy that it came out like that.
Cool. Jason says Dominic should have won. Yeah, as I said, it could go either way. But when Eric, when you put it that way, if they weren't father and son, then yeah, Dominic never should have won. But I get it. I get it.
Yeah,
Next up, Rhea Ripley defeated Charlotte for the SmackDown Women's Title. I enjoyed this match.
it wasn't bad
I enjoyed this one. I
for
really
a
I
women's
like
match. It
Rhea.
wasn't bad.
Yeah, I really like Rhea. I think she's she's
She's
she's coming along very nicely.
she's a good worker.
She is.
Charlotte's not a terrible worker, but she's becoming too much like her dad. She's it's like watching the same reel over and over again and just placing something different in it. She's doing like, and I understand everybody has their quips in a match. Nature Boy had all his stuff. He just knew where to put it and when to do it. But Charlotte's getting a little, in my opinion, getting a little stale. I think I don't know.
She has fucking 14 world championships already.
Yeah, and this
Let's
and
slow down.
yeah, this needs to like the brakes need to be put on here because this is just it's too much.
It
She's
is.
not all that. She is not all that.
But again, the fact that I like Rhea a lot. Um, since she had the title last when Charlotte beat the shit out of her, she's
Hmm.
way better than she was.
Yeah,
So I'm glad she won. I did like this match though. I liked it way more than I thought I was gonna like it.
it wasn't a bad match. It actually wasn't a bad match.
Um, all right. So next up, we had an impromptu match, which I was actually shocked by this because the Miz and Snoop Dogg were talking shit.
Hmm.
Snoop says he can make a match. Oh, the Miz said he wanted a match at WrestleMania. Anybody come out? It was fucking Pat McAfee. I thought the place was gonna lose their shit when he came out. He didn't really get a pop. I was kind of shocked. I mean,
He
that
didn't.
crowd. First of all, the crowd. I'm sorry. That crowd kind of sucked. I'm not gonna lie either. The crowd sucked. That crowd was waiting for two matches. I think the entire weekend, the two main events. Other
Yeah,
than that, they were kind of quiet. And
Saturday night they were more quiet than Sunday. Sunday they were quite a lot of pops. Sunday they were making some noise.
yeah,
Saturday they definitely were not. And I was disappointed because I like Pat McAfee, and I really thought he would get a bigger. I mean they cheered, but it wasn't like it wasn't. I
that
think
wasn't
if
what
you
I
were on,
thought it
if
would
you,
have been if Pat McAfee. Usually he comes out and he gets a big pop.
yeah,
People love that dude.
yeah,
And my favorite thing was who was it? It was Corey Graves called him Aaron Rodgers propaganda show. I said that's fucking phenomenal. I couldn't stop laughing at that.
that was
Great.
pretty funny.
That was a great line by Corey Graves. Um, so this was a bullshit. This was a bullshit squash, stupid match. 3-4. I felt bad for the Miz. I know, Eric, you're not a big Miz guy, right?
Not really, no.
I
I
like
think
the
he's
Miz.
entertaining, but no, I'm not a giant Miz guy. No.
Well, I still think he deserved better than what he got this weekend, both nights. But yeah, he got
Yeah,
squashed by Pat McAfee.
that was bullshit. Both nights, I wasn't. They shouldn't even have done any of that. They should have left it as it is.
All right, so then the end of the end of fucking night one was Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. They did it. They fucking took the undisputed tag titles from the Usos. The Usos tag run is over. 25 minutes.
Thank God.
I even see this. I like this match a lot. I liked it a lot. I don't know, technically maybe wasn't too phenomenal. It was, again, we know fucking how they can super kick, super kick, super kick, super
Yeah, the
kick.
Usos are
We
getting
get it.
extremely boring to watch, and I
I
honestly,
still think they're a great tag team, but you got to stop at the super kicking.
well, they are a great tag team, but you got to understand, you got to look at the crowd too. Like the crowd is just not responding to them anymore, and I
Well,
think,
I don't see. I don't know. I think they just want them. They wanted them to lose
well, they did,
because
but
Sammy is so fucking over.
that's the crowd's way of saying like, hey, we're over this. Like
Yeah.
Usos, we're not into the Usos anymore, which is good, and I think the Usos need a change in direction but we'll get into that later. But anyway, I think it was good that they lost. I like Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens as a team. I thought they were looked pretty good. Sami Zayn's still over as hell. Like
He
he
is
is
way
still
over.
over as hell. That's kind of cool.
Which we'll get into with the whole fucking Cody Rhodes thing too. I don't know if Dave's be able to join us, but
Cody's over,
I hope he
man.
does.
Cody's
Oh,
over.
I'm not saying he's not, but I'm just saying we'll get to that too. But yeah, it's a great match, a lot of emotion. I love the ending. I love the fact that it was a stunner, and then 3 haluva kicks, not just one. It took 3, and he knocked Jay out to get the pin. So great ending to night one. Um, so we head into night 2, and opening match. As soon as I found the opening match was Brock Lesnar and Omos, I was like, oh my god, I might go take a shit early and get it out of the way. But considering what it was and what we thought it was going to be, it was all right.
It
It
was a
wasn't.
gimmick. It was a gimmick match.
It was a gimmick. It was
It
five
was a
minutes
gimmick
of
match.
gimmick, but at least it told a bit of a story because Brock. I'd never seen Brock sell like that. He
No,
sold. He sold for this dude.
not since like the early days of Brock. He hasn't sold like
This
that.
dude should be kissing Brock Lesnar's ass for selling the way he did. He didn't sell like that for Roman. He didn't
Nope.
sell like that for fucking anybody. He didn't sell, definitely got Goldberg. He
No.
sold for this dude. This dude looked like he was hurting him.
Yeah.
And he hurt the back, and he couldn't get him up, and it was like painful. And I was like, holy shit, this is actually pretty cool.
Well, and he had to do that because if you want to legitimize Omos, what is his name?
Omos.
Omos. If you want to legitimize him, you've got to show that your biggest beast of a guy. You're like it would be like when the Ultimate Warrior fought the Undertaker. Warrior had to sell for the Undertaker because you're not going to get the Undertaker over if you just Warrior out every single time, which I'm sure a few matches he did. But the Warrior in the matches I saw actually sold for the Taker. And I equate that to Brock Lesnar, who's the bigger than life thing now. Obviously more legitimate than the Warrior, but we're talking sports entertainment, not real athletes. But Brock's over in that way. And if he didn't do that for Omos, he would have looked bad too, because that would have just been like, okay, so why is Brock even a wrestler? We all know it's bullshit now. We all know whatever. Why is he even doing this? Because, but then again, it goes to the thing where today's fans who are growing up with this don't know any different anyway. But I was happy that Brock did that. And it wasn't as bad, like you said, it was not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
I was expecting suplex, F5, 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 pin,
Yeah.
go home.
I thought he was going to destroy him, and he didn't.
Yeah.
And it was great.
It was, and Omos was saying, I almost got you, I hurt you, and it's like, yeah, you know what? But I mean, it's still not good that the guy loses all the time because he's really just. But then he shouldn't be a wrestler anyway. He should be a manager, a bodyguard,
he should be
insurance
Diesel
policy. Yeah, he should be an insurance policy.
Yep,
type
he
guy.
should be Diesel when he was first there. That's all he should be.
Yep, I agree. But again, not bad.
No, wasn't terrible.
I was ready to hate this match with a passion, but it wasn't that bad. Next up, we had the women's fatal 4-way tag team match, which This is probably my least favorite of the entire weekend. I thought this match was terrible.
It was a giant snooze fest.
This was 8.5 minutes of just suck.
It was. Listen, I'm sorry, and I hope people that are into women's wrestling don't get offended, but this was an absolute shit show of a match. These girls, I don't know if they get the jitters, the WrestleMania jitters. I don't know if they just were too adrenaline high, but I mean, there were spots that were fucked up at about every 3 minutes. A
lot of spots were fucked up.
It was an embarrassment. I would have been embarrassed, and if I were Triple H or whoever was in Gorilla, I would have been fucking ripping them a new asshole when I came through, because that match was fun. And Natalya should have tried to do what she could have done, because she's been in there 15 years. She obviously should know, and she fucked up too. And
Shotzi, who I thought was cool, she blew like 3.
No, it was
Tim, it was horrible.
There's
horrible.
no way of saving this match. This was a fucking. No. This match belongs in the toilet. I would take it off the
network.
The net. If they were to show, like, if you were to watch WrestleMania, I would get rid of that match, because it's fucking embarrassing. It was terrible.
If they ever showed on TV, they won't show that match on TV.
I hope not, because it was just a fucking that was one of the worst matches I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
It was bad. I'm sorry to shit on it so much, but it was just.
No, I agree with you.
I'm just watching it. I'm going, I really don't believe this is happening. Like, even the crowd, it was like, you know, because everybody's smarting up now, and it's like they're just like, you can hear like every now and then you get some idiot in the thing going, what the fuck, and shit like that. It was kind of cool. So
one thing too, I'm gonna throw this out there too. I don't know if you caught it, but they have to pull back on the microphones. I heard so many spots being called. I heard Theory call for the sleeper. I heard him go sleeper, and I said he's gonna. And I said to Jax, he's gonna do a sleeper. Because how did you know? I said I heard him. He yelled. He fucking called the spot, and they did it. I said you guys got to pull. And you couldn't see him say it. You just heard him say it. So that's like, dude, pull those mics back. We don't need to hear every fucking crunch. Pull a mic back, because when you hear those spots being called, it sucks.
And you know what else I think, while we're on the subject of this? I think that they need to back the cameras off a little bit. Like, I don't want to be right in the ring with these people. I don't want to be on top of them. I like seeing the far away angles, the ringside angles. You know what I mean? It's like when you're right there, like a few shots when you're right there, like the old World Class would do. But like they're just on top of them 24/7, and there's no way. Like you're explaining, you can't call spots out, because it's like you got a fucking mic here, you got a mic there, you got Michael Cole, you got fucking this guy, you got a cameraman. It's like I heard reversal, I heard fucking this, I heard that, and I'm like, my God, Vince McMahon, like 20 years ago, would have been fucking throwing a shit fit over this shit. And fucking Bill Watts, I mean, all these guys, I mean, that's just not. It's clearly that they're not following the wrestling formula anymore. And there's no way they can't be being taught this, because you have Regal, you have Norman Smiley, you have Shawn Michaels, you have all these guys that are, but when they're being trained, man, they have all these guys that are showing them all this stuff. They should know better, because, dude, you never knew when people were doing anything.
No, but you know what? Like I said, with Theory, you didn't see him, you just heard him.
Yeah, but you still shouldn't.
I'm blaming the audio. Like, dude, pull it back a little bit, because he had the spot like this, and he said sleeper, so he did what he was supposed to do. But the fucking microphones, dude, you don't need those. You don't need 15 mics
I'll give 50%
or in the fucking corner. You don't need those microphones.
I'll give 75% audio, but these guys, you know what? You've got to make up for that. You're a professional. You're in there. You should know better, and you should be compensating for that, and you should be figuring it out, because maybe they don't want them to call shit anymore. Like, I don't know, but like, it's just everything is just, it's too much in your face. It's way too much. I think they need simpler angles, simpler camera shots, have a close up every now and then, not all the time. But, you know, remember how nice it was watching like SummerSlam or like the Royal Rumble, when you had the basic. You just had the basic, you know, and once in a while you get an angle here, once in a while you get an angle there. But I watched Royal Rumble 94 the other night. I think was that the one Brett and Owen tagged and Owen turned on him?
I think so.
Diesel threw like 100 people out before anybody. It was a great Royal Rumble. But that, I was thinking about that, the cameras and the way that was shot, how wonderful it was. the way they shot them back then. And that's like a testament to WWF because their production, not just like the fucking entrances and everything, but the actual production was fantastic. And I think they're like you said, there's too many mics. The mics are turned up too much. They're too many different places. Because I mean, you can literally hear their footsteps now, like in the ring. It's like, all right, come on, like this is too much.
Yeah, and well, at least not AEW, who every week you're catching somebody blading or calling a spot or doing something stupid.
That's just you know what, and that's indie that's indie wrestlers who shouldn't be. They're not ready for that kind of thing, and they're
no, that's John Moxley actually.
Well,
he got caught twice in like the last month.
I've heard other guys on AEW doing it too, though. It's just
he's the one getting caught every week. And
yeah,
it's like Tony Khan, you're the booker, you're the owner, you're the producer. Fucking tell the camera guy not to sit on John Moxley when you know he's going to cut himself.
Or just tell John Moxley not to cut himself all the time. It's fucking stupid.
John Moxley has to cut himself.
He's not even that.
He gets up in the morning and fucking blades for no reason.
Dude, he's not even that good of a wrestler. Like, I don't understand why. Whatever. That's another. That's another.
That's another show.
That's another show.
So let's move on. So now we have the IC title match.
Okay.
Which you know is going to be good. You know it was going to be three guys kicking the shit out of each other.
Yeah, they sure did.
Gunther ended up beating Sheamus and fucking Drew McIntyre by pin.
Were you surprised by that?
No, I picked Gunther to win.
You did.
Yeah, he ain't losing yet. I mean, Dave almost swayed me a little bit because that's the one title that Sheamus doesn't have.
Right, and also, I don't know why, but something in me thought McIntyre might win.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I was like getting subliminal messages from like the fucking the 2K23 game they were playing and they simulated.
Yeah,
but that might have been it. But I was thinking it before that because fucking McIntyre is a specimen of a man. He is a horse. And Sheamus, well, I guess you see Sheamus is real height now because he doesn't have the big boots like he has wearing. Because McIntyre is a legit 6'4", and Sheamus is no way he's 6'4". He's about 6 feet tall. But that's another match. That's another story too. But anyway, I thought McIntyre, there's a chance he might, but I was honestly like with you. I thought they had to give it to Gunther. And Gunther showed me a lot, man. He's a good worker. And you know what was cool? They're all Europeans, these guys. There's a European match. You had Scotland, Ireland, and Germany. Is he from Germany?
Gunther's Germany. McIntyre's Wales and Sheamus is Ireland.
Wales, not Scotland. Wales.
Yeah.
Well, dude, it was the meat slapping got a little much after a while. I was like, okay, I get it. I'm over that. But in the long run, great match. A little too many high spots. These guys were going from chops to high spot, chop to high spot. But in that kind of match, I guess you kind of have to do that because a triple threat match, I've been in them before, and they're hard. Because
you also, the guys that big, that strong, you kind of want to see those high spots.
Well, you want to see the high spots.
The guys who do them every fucking match, you're like, all right, enough. You're taking 45 minutes to set up this contraption of tables to fall through. We don't care after a while. I enjoyed it.
I want to see these, exactly. But I want to see these big guys just beating the fuck out of each other, and they did.
Which they did.
But like I said, after a bit, I'm like, I hope they did tone it down after a while. Like, it was the first, 8 minutes they were fucking beating the fuck out of each other's chest. But, dude, it was cool. Don't get me wrong. It was cool. And those motherfuckers are going to be hurting. They must have been hurting yesterday because I'm going to tell you right now, that doesn't feel good.
No.
That doesn't feel good at all. I've been chopped to shit.
Gunther's chops are ridiculous.
Well, I've been chopped to shit by every Samoan that there is. Well, not the new ones, but the older ones like Fatu, Samu, Afa, Yoko hit me a couple times. Like, dude, these guys, I don't know if they're like from here down is concrete or I don't know what it is, but dude, when they chop you, like I swear to God, if they did a tree, they leave an indent. But Gunther was like he was laying him in. Sheamus was too. Sheamus was using his fist a lot though.
And Gunther was the smallest one out of the three of them, and he was fucking fantastic.
He's the tallest, but he's not built the biggest. Like Sheamus and McIntyre are probably guys that are 260. Gunther might be 235, 240. So he's, like you said, he's the skinnier one of all of them. But no, dude, this was a good. Like I said, a triple threat match is tough because something's got to be going on. No matter what, you've got to be doing something the whole time, and there's three of you. So somehow you've got to figure out like who's rest, who's working, and it's fucking tough. And I've been in them, and I of course probably fucked it up when I was in it, but they're tough. So these guys pulled off a great match, I thought.
I did too, and this was probably the most enjoyable match, as they say. You were really like, yes, this is fucking great. You could watch an hour of those three guys beating the shit out of each other and not get bored. So yeah, good for
Yeah,
those guys.
I agree with that.
Now let's see if whoever the fuck is in charge now, we'll get to that too in a minute. They have the balls to give Gunther the goddamn title run he deserves. Because I'll tell you right now, I know we're going to get into it. Gunther should fucking beat Roman Reigns. Why not Gunther? Why not? Forget about the heel on heel face bullshit.
Give him another year or two to.
Oh no, I'm talking WrestleMania 40. That's what I'm talking about. Down the road. I'm not talking about tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm talking about a year from now.
Okay. I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that.
That's the kind of guy because you know who that is? He's Cesaro, who fucking deserved better. He's fucking
yeah, they didn't use him. They didn't use him good at all.
No. He's who else I'm thinking of? He's Rusev, who fucking should have deserved a lot better.
They shit the bed on him.
They did. That's what I'm saying. He's the next one of those guys. Don't fuck him up like you fucked them up.
No.
So that's all I'm saying. A year from now, I'd love to see Gunther. Well, I hope Roman's not champion a year from now. But if he is,
I hope not either.
Let Gunther be the guy that beats him. I would love to see that.
That's a good call, Tim. That's a good book. That's a good book.
Just saying. I mean,
that's a good book.
You would legitimately think that this guy, will beat the shit out of you. That's what makes it great.
And he's a good worker too. He's a fucking good worker. He's scientific. His timing is great. His in-ring psychology is good. He's fucking good, man.
Yep. I agree.
Oh, my chair. I'm moving around a lot because this chair on is like more rickety than Steve Faraci's elbows. So
let's see. People want Gunther versus Brock. I don't want Gunther versus Brock.
No, I don't want that either. I think that would be a colossal waste.
That brings Gunther down a level. You don't want to bring down, and that's nothing against Brock. It's just Brock.
Nothing against Brock.
If this was 2002 Brock, absolutely.
Yes.
Now I kind of want to see it.
I don't think that would be the right. I don't think that'd be the right thing to do. Well, they want Roman to get the 1,000 days. Who cares about that? Like,
I've been saying that for weeks now. They wanted him to get to 1,000. I was just saying. Well, we'll get to that too.
Yeah, we'll get to that too.
All right. So next up, we had the women's Raw Women's Championship. Again, I enjoyed this match. I thought that both women's title matches were decent. Bianca Belair defeated Asuka. Asuka, she's a lunatic. That girl. She's good, man. I don't care what anybody says. She's good.
Yeah, but the girl with the long hair beat her, right?
Oh yeah. But I mean, she's Japanese good. Like she's that kind of, the strong style, freestyle kind of good.
But you got to remember something, Tim. Sometimes that doesn't translate as good into the American style. She does a good job at bridging it. I'm going to be honest with you, man. I thought the girl with the long hair did really well.
Bianca, she's outstanding. She is
one hell of a worker.
Exactly. And she's strong as shit.
That was the best women's match of the night. Of the weekend.
No, I agree. 1,000%. It was 16 minutes long. It didn't feel like it. But if you put a women's match on for 16 minutes and it doesn't feel like it, you fucking done your job.
No, exactly. 100% agree.
And just a little note, she had the little girls come out and dance with her. One of the girls, the one that she danced with mainly, her mother passed away that morning. Triple H told the story in the conference room.
No shit.
And Bianca brought the girl out on stage and gave this girl something to, instead of thinking about this horrible thing that happened on this day, at least she'll have that memory of fucking dancing with Bianca Belair at WrestleMania in front of 80,000 people. So you know what? Bravo to Triple H and bravo to Bianca Belair, because that was a pretty cool move.
That was classy.
So, that was pretty awesome. But great match. Bianca is legit. She's pretty cool.
She is. I enjoyed that match.
All right, so next up we had the other Miz. Horrible Miz. Snoop wants to make a match. Shane of all people. I mean, it was a shock to see Shane because of the fallout they had. We had that with Vince.
Yeah.
But again, the crowd was like, "Really? This is what you have for us?" You know, that kind of they weren't thrilled that it was Shane.
I thought they popped a little for Shane.
No,
I
he got
didn't.
a pop, but I don't think it was. I think it was more like of all the guys you have sitting back or not dressing right now, or the surprises you could have pulled off. This
True.
is what we're getting.
True.
So anyway, it's gonna be it's gonna be Shane versus Miz. Fucking Shane pops a quad.
Pops the quad.
Blow the fucking quad. Just like dad, just like brother-in-law in the middle, just like Kevin Nash. I'll throw him in there too. Pops a quad in the middle of the guy. I mean, in the first 30 seconds of the match.
Dude, that was so bad. I honestly felt bad for him. I did. I know how
I
that had to be painful.
it did. Oh, I don't even want to know what that feels like. I don't
Oh
even want
my
to know.
God, was that
But he
bad?
tore it. He tore the quad, and you know,
And then Snoop tried to save it by fucking knocking Miz down. I don't know.
so you know what? I'm gonna give Snoop props for that though, because someone must have whispered to him, dude,
Do something.
do something, and he ended up fucking hitting him and doing the people's elbow. You know what? Good for Snoop.
You know what?
Again,
It for that segment. It was okay.
it was fine, but said
Yeah.
he did what he had to do. So I give props to Snoop for that. Was
Yeah.
he technically fantastic? No,
Yeah, but it's
no,
Snoop.
nowhere near that.
He's a rapper, and he's not a wrestler. So
Exactly.
it was okay. It was in Hollywood. It was fun.
Yeah, so either the referee or whoever, or I don't know if it was Shane or if it was the Miz who said, you know, dude,
Yeah.
hit me, knock me, bravo to take that step instead of just having this poor guy laying in the ring and you just stand there doing nothing with your dick in your hand.
Yeah.
So again, it was a great job. Now, speaking of laying there with your dick in your hand, we have the next match, which I felt was a huge disappointment.
Okay.
Edge defeated the
Oh,
Demon Finn Balor in the Hell in a Cell match. Disappointment match. Now,
big time. Big time.
the Demon is supposed to be this unstoppable figure. You had him lose to Roman or Brock. He lost to one of them.
I think he lost to Brock.
I forget who he lost to. Maybe one
I
of you
can't
guys
remember
know who
either.
it was. Maybe I think Raul's on. Raul, our fact checker. I know he lost, but now you have this character that can't win now. So you ruined
Yeah.
that character. You ruined it.
Oh no, he's done. That wasn't even enjoyable seeing him. Like I
Yeah.
didn't even get. It was like okay, whatever.
And this was just one of those we're gonna hit each other with purple chairs and red sticks and it really was nothing to yell about.
No.
Finn gets busted open though by the ladder, and you knew it was real because they refused to show him. So Edge had to show off his acting skills and walk around the ring and pick up weapons and growl and make stupid faces because while they're over there taking care of poor Finn Balor, who's nasty gush. If you haven't seen the gush, YouTube it's out there.
It was a gash. Like it was
Oh,
bad.
dude,
It
it
was
was
bad.
but you knew it. You said they're not showing. I saw that's why I said to Jax, they're not showing him. So this is real. This isn't like an accident thing. This something really happened to the guy. Hey man, he took a shot. He took fucking staples and finished the match. I give you all the props in the world for that, Finn. But the match was not nothing. It wasn't
I thought it
special.
was shitty. I thought it was a shitty match.
It
I didn't like it
was,
at all.
and I like Finn. I think you're done. I think you're done.
Yeah, Edge has got to just hang it up. You know, you had your run, you had your glory. I didn't think Edge was as great. Edge is good, but I don't think he's as great as everybody makes him out to be. He's great, Hall of Famer definitely, but like he's not Cena and he's not any guys like that. I don't see the hype. I like the old Edge when he first came better than this Edge. So
Yeah, so do I. So do I.
anyway, that's here nor there. But the match sucked. The match
It
sucked.
did. It did. For a Hell in a Cell 2 at a WrestleMania, you want to
Yeah,
combine those two? This match should have been fucking fantastic.
it should have been.
Maybe the gash stopped them from doing some things. I'll give you that little piece of credit, but other than that,
Let's just let it go with that, maybe, and then but still,
Jason, thank you
no.
very much, man. Always come back. Thank you for watching. We
Thanks,
appreciate it.
Jason. Appreciate you, buddy.
We got to pop him up there. Always fun being here. Anytime, Jason.
Always good having you.
Yeah, like I said, if you're gonna pull off a Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania, it better be good.
Yeah,
Not good.
I don't think they should have even tried to do a Hell in a Cell. That was ridiculous because it wasn't a Hell in a Cell. It was a Hell in a Cell weapons no holds barred, anything goes.
Yeah, it was the hit a guy with a kendo stick match.
You know, I was waiting for the Sandman to pop up out of somewhere. Fucking, you know what I mean? Come on, it's too much.
Or Mick Foley, or whatever.
Yeah, Undertaker. Fucking, come on, that's just too much. Way too
All
much.
right, so here we go. The controversy begins.
Oh boy.
The main event. We had Roman Reigns. He defeats Cody Rhodes, and now this was a 34-minute match.
It was over half hour. Yeah,
34 minutes, which
I was dozing out. I was like, holy fuck, I gotta try to stay awake.
And I seen some people
not out of boredom. Not out of boredom. I was like, it was going on.
It was late, yeah. But some people, Roman, it sucks. He did. I thought this was his best match in years. I don't know why people are bitching about it. Oh, it's the same shit every time. No, this match,
I will give you that.
He actually put in some fucking effort and guts.
I will give you that.
And moves, and I thought this was his best match in years.
I will give you that. It was.
You can't compare this to the Brock matches, which
no, they were fucking. No, they were fucking. I'd rather count fish in a barrel.
Yeah, fucking, exactly.
He actually did really good in this match. I am just not a Roman Reigns guy. I feel, and I told you this in the chat, and I'm just going to say it and get it out of the way. I think he's the Bob Backlund of this era. He's a good. He's a good guy. He's a good champion. He's a great worker, but he's lacking that. And they're trying to make him something that he's not. And he's not Cena. He's not Austin. He's not Rock. He's not Hogan. He's not comparable to those guys. And yet they want to make you believe that. And he's not. If he were by himself with Heyman, without all these tribal shit, like, just let him be Roman Reigns. Because, dude, when he was in the Shield, he was fucking great.
But see, that you're the complete opposite of everybody else. People hated him in the Shields. That's why he got booed all the time. It wasn't until Heyman where people were like, oh, shit, this guy's actually pretty cool.
And it would be cool if just him and Heyman, but I can't do all these, the whole, like, it's taken away from him being, there's Roman the champion, then there's the head of the table, then there's the Samoan dynasty, then there's too much. There's too much going on. Leave him the champion, let him be his thing. He doesn't need those guys. He doesn't need any of that other stuff. It should just be him. That's my problem.
Well, we disagree on that, though. I like the bloodline. I like the faction. I think it brings a little bit more to the table for him, especially because, he reigns so hard on his own family. But he talks about family, but he's kind of shitty to them.
Yeah.
That's kind of like some real life shit right there.
It is, but I don't care about the drama. I want to see the matches. Like,
true. But this is the match. I said, thank God, was a fucking great. I don't care. I don't know who that was. This just like every other no. This was a great match for him, and I'm going to give Cody props too, because I'm not a Cody guy. He was great too, and they elevated each other.
They did,
and it was a great fucking match. I'm not.
This might have been the best match of the weekend. Overall, there were better pieces of matches, but overall, this was a great match. And I wanted Cody to win, but as it got going and stuff, I'm like, holy fuck, he might not win. Then I was like, oh no, he's gonna win. Like, they had me going back and forth. And I told you guys in the chat, I feel this way, but I'm glad I feel this way because that's how I need to feel about this. Yeah. I'm pissed because Roman won.
Which is what exactly, Dave. See, Dave, I know you're out there. Dave is so fucking upset at this, but aren't you happy you didn't predict exactly what was going to happen? I figured Roman was going to win. I just figured that from a story standpoint, I don't think Cody's ready yet. He's going to win. He's going to win.
He is, and you know what? I was totally against your theory. In the last couple of days, I've been thinking about it and watching. I'm like, you know what? He's going to have his time, and it's coming up because if anybody says that this was a crap match, they're wrong. In my opinion, they're wrong.
Well, and Dave, God bless your soul, Dave. He's saying that Cody's buried now. No,
he's not
buried. This isn't a burial. Nope. It's not like losing to Omos on the opening match. This is a legitimate 35-minute phenomenal match you had with the 100%. World champion, a guy who hasn't lost in 3 years, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a burial. This is Triple H even said it because someone asked him flat out at the press conference. Everyone thought Cody was going to win. What's going on? He's like, dude, we're telling a story. This is not the end of the story. This is the continuation of a great story. Cody
Yeah.
will have his fucking day. But again, now I'm going to compare him to Daniel Bryan a few years ago. Daniel Bryan lost every time for a year because the what was they called? The Authority, Triple H, and made him lose. They got in his way. Daniel Bryan got so big. Remember his pop when he fucking won?
Oh yeah, that was big. I remember that.
That's what you're gonna get with Cody when he finally fucking wins.
It just sucks though, Tim. That just sucks that we know it's bullshit and we know kayfabe's out of the box now, but it's like, why do we have to have press conferences and why do they have to
Oh no,
tell
no, no, I get
people
that. Yeah, yeah.
that just ruins it for me? Like that's why I'm not a fan anymore, and that's why I really don't watch, is because I already know what's going to happen. I can't be surprised in a match. I can't look forward to a match.
Well, which is why I said Roman winning when everyone swears Cody was gonna win. I love seeing the people's faces in the crowd getting so pissed off.
Oh, they were dumbfounded. They were just
How
like,
fucking there were people throwing shit. I posted some of them on our chat. There were people losing their mind like someone just kicked their dog. It's
and
like, dude,
that's the
really?
magic that they have to have, and
Exactly.
they got a bit of it. They need to continue with it.
Yes, I agree with you with the whole press conference thing. It was someone Triple H when he was asked that question, he should have just said, "You got to wait and see.
They shouldn't even have press conference.
You
I
got to
don't
wait
know
and see."
why they're doing this, unless they're going
Well,
to kayfabe the whole thing,
yeah. Well,
because they shouldn't be saying like,
Roman kayfabed a bit. Paul Heyman is always kayfabe. He's on. Paul
yeah,
Heyman is probably. I mean, he's at the top of my list now as far as fucking managers, whatever
oh
you
yeah,
want to call it.
Heyman's a real deal.
No one's better than that guy. No one's better than he was phenomenal on Raw last night too. Um, but I don't care what anybody says. I thought it was the right move. Cody's going to have his day, and it's going to be just as special. Why? Because it's not at WrestleMania. It's not going to be as special. No, it's going to be special.
Yeah,
He's also. I think they're waiting until the titles get split up. That's another
yeah,
reason why I don't think
could
Cody had
be.
a shot. Cody wants the WWE title. He don't give a shit about the Universal title. He
Nobody
wants the
should.
title that his father never won. That's the
Yeah,
WWE. So I think they're gonna get split. Then you're gonna see Cody walk in there and take that fucking title from Roman.
I think there should just be one a World Entertainment title. There should only be one anyway. There's
Well, when you have the two shows, I guess
yeah, but they should. I don't know what. Yeah, whatever they got to do. But like, I agree now. I think, because like I said, it made. I answered my own question to myself. I was fucking mad, and I'm like, wait a minute, this is the way I'm supposed to feel. And they actually did that for a change, and I was like, wow. So that's why I think this was the best match of the night, of the weekend,
which is
because
why
it was a good match.
yeah, which is why I think Dave should be happy that he feels so angry because that's a
Yeah.
good thing.
Stop worrying about like the booking, and stop worrying about hearing about storylines, and stop worrying about leaked stuff. Look at it now as a fan and concentrate on the matches and who you want to win and who you don't. Like, I don't.
All the shit that we thought was going to happen at the pre-show, that all the rumors, not one thing happened, and I'm
Yeah,
happy. I'm actually happy about it.
yeah,
I'm
because
happy Gangrel didn't show up and Christian didn't show up and this guy didn't do that. Because you know what? You're like, holy shit, this is new to me. It's
yeah,
new.
because everybody knows everything now, and it ruins. It's like, why even bother? You know,
Yep,
that's what was great about this match. But yeah, that's how I feel. You know, that's how I feel about it.
I agree. I said so. Overall, B minus. I'm going to give it.
I'm gonna stay with the C minus. It was a decent WrestleMania, but overall C minus. I can't give it a grade above that.
All right, that's good to know. Um, so yeah, we heard the rumors Saturday into Sunday that the deal was finally done. They were finally sold, which I put sold in quotation marks because while they were sold, they're not really sold. Like how to put that? Endeavor, they are now partners with Endeavor, the company that owns UFC. Um, and part of this deal was that Vince McMahon has to fucking run WWE.
Yeah,
Which you hear 1,000 people, not thousand, thousands of people across the country and the world going, "Why God? Why?
yeah.
Why God? Why?"
Literally, we got him out of there. He came back, and now he's back right where he was. So it's
And
like,
his influence was already fucking seen last night because the Raw after WrestleMania is supposed to be the best show of the year, and it sucked so bad.
I heard
And
that. I
why did
didn't
it
even
suck so
watch it.
bad? Dude, you're lucky you didn't watch because I was getting angry last night watching it. It sucks so bad. And when the story came out, again, everything leaks, like you said. He was changing shit while people were standing in gorilla, while people were walking through the curtain. He was changing shit. This is what we're gonna have to deal with again now.
But it is sold. It's sold.
It's sold.
The Endeavor owns it now.
The Endeavor stock people have 51 or whatever, and the WWE stockholders have 49. So they
Right.
are in control. But the key thing was Vince.
Is
Because
the
he,
chairman.
if you watch the interview, he said, "I made Vince come back. I wasn't making the deal unless Vince came back because Vince has been doing this for 40 years." But I was like, yeah, but oh my god, I can't. I am so angry about it.
This
But
guy's just a merger corporate guy. He doesn't know.
no,
Like he's blinded because Vince is greasing him, going, "Ah, pal, I'll do it for you, pal, and let me run it, pal." And you see Vince cutting him off like all the
yeah.
time. Fucking, I'm like, holy fuck, Vince. I don't
So
know.
I
That's
mean,
whatever.
supposedly nothing's gonna change, but
I say the first year, 18 months, it'll take before you really start seeing changes. That's going to take at least a year.
we have fireworks going off
Oh boy,
because
fireworks in Queens.
it's Queens, and we just have fireworks go off all year round.
That's what happens.
Um, So yeah, like last night on Raw, you hear the rumors, this guy's coming, that guy's coming, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen. All right, fucking cool. Nothing. Riddle came back. Big fucking deal. I don't like Riddle. I think he's an overrated piece of shit. I don't care. Now you're about to have a fucking tag match, which would have been awesome. Roman and Solo versus Cody and his partner. Everyone's saying Randy Orton, Randy Orton, Randy Orton. It was fucking Brock Lesnar. I almost shit my pants because I was so angry. I was like, why? Why again? The Brock, you Brock. This is how you know Vince was in charge of this because he fucking keeps bringing back Brock in these key spots.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why?
I don't know. I wish I didn't know.
And
I wish it would stop.
what ended up happening is Brock, when the match is about to start, turns on Cody,
Mm-hmm.
beat the living shit out of him for 10 minutes.
I saw
We're
the
talking
clips of that.
We're talking F5 on the stairs, F5 on the table, uh, hit him with chairs. He beat the living shit out of him and then left, came back at the top of the ramp and gave a double finger. Now, some people are saying that this is kind of an FU to Cody because him and John Moxley did an F double finger thing to the WWE one day when they were both with AEW. Okay.
Maybe
So
it
now,
is.
here's the question. Is Cody now just going to be basically like hey, remember the time you left us and started your own company and you smashed Triple H's throne with the hammer? Is this a fuck you to him now?
I don't
I,
know. That's too far beyond my capability to. I don't even. I just don't think bringing Brock back made any sense at all. Like,
no sense, none. Of all the people you could have picked, you
no,
fucking Brock Lesnar.
they had a chance to do something really cool and they blew it.
See, that's how you know it was Vince because he always brings back. Oh, it's Brock. Bring back Brock. Bring Brock back. Brock will do it. Brock always gets a hit. Brock. No, why, Jesus, why?
No.
But last night's show was supposed to be the best. It was horrible. It was
Yeah.
boring. It was predictable. The only thing got good was the Street Profits and Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn put on a great match. Other than that, it was a big pile of shit.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping SmackDown could be a little better. But other than that, no. That it was a horrible month. They said Vince is calling shit at Gorilla. Oh, we're changing this. Wow, we're changing this. So I want to
Yeah.
know who was Cody's partner. Was it going to be Randy Orton? Was he there, Randy Orton, last night? And he was going to come. No, Randy, you sit down. Brock's got to go out there because it's always Brock. And then but see now, I agree with the finish on Sunday. I will never change my mind about that. I completely disagree with them. Because now we're gonna have a Cody Brock thing.
Yeah, I don't know how much sense that makes.
So who is Roman gonna be fucking fighting now for the? Now the rumor is again Jey Uso. They might have the family thing blow up, and Jay's gonna fucking fight Roman now. I don't
I
know.
don't know.
It gives me a headache. It gives me a
Yeah,
headache.
I don't even. Everything's just. I don't know. I don't even know what to think about it anymore because it's just negated everything. It's
It
just
did.
it's ridiculous.
If I'm Triple H, I'm pissed. I'm pissed. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I mean, my hard work, Shawn Michaels' hard work, fucking Road Dogg's hard work, Regal's hard work, all being flushed down the fucking toilet by this idiot with the fucking fake mustache and the fake hair and the fake eyebrows.
Oh my god.
Jet Black,
I don't know
Jet
what brand of
Black,
shoe polish he's using, but like that's
dude.
bad.
Jet. I mean, like no one's gonna notice, idiot. Your
He looks
jet
like
black eyebrows.
what's his name? Floyd the Barber there on Andy Griffith. Like holy
Horrible,
fuck. It's
horrible.
terrible.
So I wish Dave was here to we could fight a little more because he's very strongly one way. We're very strongly another way. But he's got to play.
Yeah, he's playing
He's,
pocket pool.
he's got to play pool. So let him play. Let him play his pool. I'm sure we'll end up fighting about this again down the road because, like I said, I will back up what happened Sunday. Last night, no excuse, no
No.
reason, no rhyme, no fucking point.
None of it made sense.
No, and if this is where we're going, we're in a lot of trouble.
It would be like back in the day, like when when Hogan and Savage were feuding. It would be like bringing Hacksaw Jim Duggan instead of Hogan down to
Yeah.
complete like a big angle, and you'd be like, "Why is Hacksaw Jim Duggan?" And then never seeing him again. It's like or never having him involved in it again. It's like what sense does that make? Like
Not only that though, but this is supposed to be they've only fought one time. This is the beginning of a rivalry.
yeah,
But now Cody's going to get distracted for 3 months fighting Brock. Why? Like that doesn't make any sense. I understand dragging out the storyline to make Cody the bigger hero. He's the underdog. He keeps just missing, and then finally he gets the win. Everyone's going to go crazy, a la Daniel Bryan.
mm-hmm.
This, you're just completely derailing him.
Yeah.
And Roman, not for nothing. I don't care what anybody says. He had the fucking best match of his career last night. You have to build upon that.
Yeah.
You can't fucking throw him back to fighting nobodies.
No.
Or you
Make him live up to that match.
Exactly. Exactly. So now I'm angry. Now we're all angry.
Well,
and Vince, we appreciate everything you've done, all the years you've given us.
But do the right thing, Vince.
Our childhood is filled with memories of WWF and WWF. But dude, you're out of touch.
Step back now, man. Just step back. Let somebody else run it. Triple H is doing a great job.
And he's bringing in guys who are they're not young, but they're not fucking fossils.
Yeah,
and they're doing the right thing. Sean's doing the right thing in NXT. Fucking Road Dogg's doing the right things, and Regal's doing the right thing. And again, and what happened to Braun Breaker? How come he couldn't show up?
Yeah, why are they not like?
He lost at NXT. He lost the title. That should be an order unless he's coming up on SmackDown. You know what? I'm gonna hold off to see what happens on SmackDown. Then I'll scream.
I want to because then
maybe Braun will show up there.
Let yourself get really pissed off.
Well, maybe Braun Breaker will show up on SmackDown at least.
They need to utilize him. He's pretty good. He's good, pretty good.
He's both Steiner brothers in one.
Both Steiner brothers. That's what I keep saying to everybody. He is a mix of Scott and Rick both, and it's great.
All right. Well, we'll see. All right, man. I think we had a good fucking yelling, screaming thing for over an hour already. Shit.
Yeah, we went an hour 10 almost on.
That was quick.
That flew.
All right. So next week? Are we still going? Are we still getting your
we got Vince partner? Next week. Yep. Next week
is
Vince.
So next Tuesday, Eric's former tag team partner, and we're talking about real life here, people. Not like me and him are tag team partners. His real life wrestling tag team partner when Eric was in the Indies is coming on the show for the first time. I'm fucking super excited. Yeah, I know Eric's super excited. He may or may not have footage of a young AZ in the wrestling ring. Well, hopefully that'll pan out. If it doesn't, so what? We're still going to hear some awesome stories.
Oh yeah, and listen, he has got a great career beyond that. Like he did so much more in his career, and he's really got a great story. And it's going to be such a fun night. It's going to be a really
Awesome.
fun show. You're
I'm
really
looking
going
for.
to
I'm
enjoy this. Like
really looking forward to that.
I'm this much of his like career. Like he has just he did so well for himself in the Indies. He is so passionate, and he's like a genuine nice person. Like he's just one of those rare good people. So, you know,
Awesome.
yeah,
I'm pumped. I'm super pumped for that show.
me too.
So that's going to be next week. And then we will also keep you informed about the trial of the Ultimate Warrior. That's probably maybe hopefully for the following week. Hopefully
Maybe,
everybody
yeah.
gets
We'll try to
well,
get that. Yeah, we'll try to get that moving here. Yeah.
but we want Dave not in the car. We want him in the house because in the car it's too distracting.
Well,
So
getting Dave to commit to anything is one thing. So
so hopefully that's coming up also. And then yeah, we'll see where we go from there. Any ideas? Hey, Papa's what? Anything you want
yeah,
us to watch and critique or go over? Hit us up on fucking Facebook.
show
Hit us
us.
up
Yeah,
on Messenger. Tell us what you want to talk about. We'll gladly do it,
tell
man.
us what you want to hear. Yeah, it could be from the 50s, could be from yesterday. Just tell us.
Yeah, man. We always like shit like that. So
We'll check it out.
the rest of the week, I don't know what we have. Sportsmanlike
Uh,
conduct. I don't know if we're gonna do that Wednesday or Thursday. I have no idea.
I give up anymore.
I haven't seen Skyliner in a while.
I
I
haven't
know where they
either.
are. Black Lincoln. I don't know when they tape. They don't go live. Don doesn't go
I
live.
haven't
I'm not
seen a show
here.
by them in a while either. Believe it or not.
So I mean, I can honestly say the next show is unsportsmanlike. Not sure if it's tonight or tomorrow. We haven't figured that out yet. Then Friday night we'll be back.
We'll be
Except
back.
he'll be here and I'll be there.
Yeah,
And
we
it's the
kind
A
of
to Z program.
we switch it around. Yeah, but
And
yeah, we'll be back. We'll be talking about some stuff. I'm pretty sure you're not going to want to miss that one because we have usually a pot about this big. I just got one about this big, and I got a gigantic stir. So you're not going to want to miss this one.
yeah,
You are not going to want to miss this one.
it's gonna be a shit show, but in
It's
a
going
good
to be
way.
a complete shit show, and we love it.
We're gonna stir a lot of shit.
That ain't no lie.
A lot of angry people Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be fun. It'll be fun though.
It will be fun. We always have fun.
And then next week we're gonna start all over again with all our shows. I'm still trying to get a shoot and a Sith going, but we're so far behind in Mandalorian. I might just wait to the end of the season and just have a fucking season recap show.
That'd be fun, or have a couple like a couple show worth of talking about it because I got to catch up on it too.
Yeah, well, it's on tonight. Well, it's on 3 o'clock in the morning, so next episode should be cool. Yeah. Other than that, thank you so much for watching.
We
Thank you
appreciate
everybody who
everybody.
commented. Thank you everybody for hooking us up and being with us. We love all you guys. It's awesome.
We do.
Eric, any final closing words before we get the freak out of here?
No. Just glad we had a overall decent weekend to talk about WrestleMania, and like I said, I give it a C minus for quality, but quantity. I think it was a pretty good WrestleMania. So, okay, how's this, Tim? Quality is C minus. Quantity, I'll give it a B. B
Okay.
plus.
That's good. I'll take it. Raul, thank you very much. You too have a good night. Happy Easter. Oh yeah, it is Easter.
Oh, Easter Sunday. That's right.
I don't do Easter either, but
no, I don't like holidays.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. We will see you next Tuesday. Like I said, it's going to be a great show. Make sure you tune in. And always remember one thing. We were rowdy before rowdy was cool. Peace out.